guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video where we will talk about Jurgen Klopp demanding that Liverpool will get the 3 points if the Man United protests will postpone the game. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments below, and we will preview the Man United-Liverpool game in very big detail, and we will have all the latest news and information on Liverpool injuries, on Naby Keita's situation and everything else. So Jurgen Klopp said, give us the 3 points if the game is called off. Liverpool boss wants a walkover if 10,000 Man United fans, Man United protesters, stop the game again. And I think it's 100% right, because this will be the most hectic, the most insane fixture congested season in football history, because that ridiculous Qatar World Cup, which will be put in the middle of the season, and that is why the fixture list will be insane. Liverpool and many other top teams will play every 3 days. And Jurgen Klopp also said he has no sympathy for Erik ten Hag. So Jurgen Klopp said that points must be given to Liverpool if the protests impact the game and if the game is called off. And there was already precedent to this. Man United-Liverpool game was called off previously and Liverpool didn't get the points. We had to replay the game. Last year's fixture was postponed after fans invaded the Old Trafford pitch, and I think the fan unrest is even worse than that time. Man United are in an even worse position, but that doesn't justify the fans invading Old Trafford and the fans, postponing the game. But this is what Jurgen Klopp said. I really hope it will not happen, but if it happens, I think we, Liverpool, should get the points. We have nothing to do with the situation if Man United supporters don't want the game to happen. We can't just rearrange the game again and try to fit it in somewhere in an incredibly busy period. And by the way guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new around here. So Liverpool already have 25 games to play until the November World Cup kicks off. 25 games. Just think about it. We are in the last third of August. We only played 3 games so far, and we have another 25 games to play until November. It's absolutely insane. And Jurgen Klopp said we will get United and play the game hopefully and then go home. I have no idea what could happen, but in a situation like this, the other team should get the points because they have nothing to do with it. We have prepared for the game, we are ready to play the game, and because of no fault of Liverpool, if the game is going to get cancelled or postponed, then Liverpool will get punished as well. And I don't think that's right. I think Liverpool should get the points. I'm fully with Jurgen Klopp on this. There is widespread hate and opposition to the Man United owners, with the club nearly £500 million in debt, and British billionaire Sir James Ratcliffe is among those interested in buying Man United, but the Glazers are not interested in selling at this point. And Jurgen Klopp does not feel any sympathy for Erik ten Hag. He said all the manager played different at Man United. Van Gaal and Mourinho, very different tactics, so we have to prepare completely differently, otherwise it would make me unnecessary as a coach if football always looked the same under every manager. Imagine the money Liverpool have saved by not paying all those managers off. I should have said that when I signed my last contract. He's basically saying Liverpool saved a lot of money by not sacking Jurgen Klopp and not getting involved in this managerial merry-go-round. But the main reason why is they believed in Jurgen Klopp, they believed in the project, because Jurgen Klopp had a clear identity from the first game after he took over. He had a clear playing style, and it was only a matter of time until he got his own players in and until he taught all the players how to play his very specific tactics, playing style, approach. Then Liverpool became more and more successful. But of course it helped that we went to the Europa League final in his first not even full season, and then we qualified for the Champions League straight away in his first full season. But Jurgen Klopp said it is not necessary to feel sympathy for Erik ten Hag. If it's football problems, we have problems. I'm not sure you would go to Man United and ask them if they have too many injuries. The football world is a sea of sharks. For me to have sympathy will not help or harm them. We all have our problems, and that's it. So basically, Jurgen Klopp is saying that he has no sympathy for Erik ten Hag. He doesn't have as many injuries as Liverpool, so in that respect, he's right. Liverpool are, injury-wise, in a much worse position than Man United. But of course, Man United are in this rebuilding period. But it's their own making because of bad recruitment. It was not like the owners didn't back Man United, they didn't back the managers. That's not true at all. They spent insane amount of money. They spent a similar amount of money on transfer fees and wages as Manchester City. And they are miles behind Man City. Absolutely a country miles behind Man City in terms of performance on the pitch, playing styles, team structure, even the stadium, even the training ground, everything is miles behind Man City and Liverpool and all the top teams. Why is that? Because of people in charge of specific department at Man United. It's not because of the owners. Yes, the owners have fleeced Man United in terms of money, but they still backed the managers. They spent an insane amount of money. I mean, they are spending 70 million on 30-year-old Casemiro. What is that but not backing the manager? But backing the manager. So you can't say that the owners are not backing the managers, because they are spending insane amounts of money, but most of the time they are spending on the wrong kind of players. And whose fault is that? Definitely not the owners. The owners are not selecting the managers and the players to pick from. I mean, the owners are not selecting the players that Man United signed. It's the owner's fault putting the wrong people in charge. Man United fans should be as angry at the people in charge of Man United transfers as they are angry with the owners, in my opinion. And that's the thing with Jurgen Klopp. As soon as he took over, Liverpool had a very clear identity, something that Man United don't have. He said, I loved our first game, the 0-0 at Tottenham. We only had 2 days to recover from an international break and one session, but for a first impression it was outstanding. I can still remember Adam Lallana flying around and chasing everybody in a Tottenham shirt. I don't think we hit the ground running with results, but I didn't read any stuff about us at the time because I was too focused on the work and on the little steps that we can make. My players could probably play good Pep Guardiola football if I could coach it. You could see from pre-season how Ten Hag wants to play. That is clear when you know his Ajax team. But I can't sit here before we play Man United and tell them how to do it. It's not my subject, it's not my job. So I think Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool will try to exploit Man United's weaknesses. And to be honest, I'm really looking forward to the game, because if we score early, the Man United crowd will turn on the players. The players' legs will crumble, they will get nervous, they will get anxious, and hopefully Man United can get beaten by Liverpool by a really good scoreline. But I don't care, I just want Liverpool to win the game with however scoreline. But I have a feeling that Man United could lose by a couple of goals at least if Liverpool are really on it from day one. And Bobby Firmino hopefully will be fit and he will start alongside Salah and Luis Diaz, and that front line should be good enough to beat this Man United defense, regardless whether Maguire starts or Varane starts. But yeah, let me know, how do you see the Man United-Liverpool game going? And it's always interesting to see what is the public opinion on topics like this. And there is of course a thread on Reddit, on Reddit's soccer or football forum, where of course there is an article about Jurgen Klopp wanting the 3 points if the game getting postponed. And actually, a couple of Man Uniteds are saying that's the point of the protest, hurt the team and make the Glazers sell. Some fans think that if it's an automatic 3 points to Liverpool, then maybe heads will turn and the Glazers will sell the club. I'm not really sure whether that will force the Glazers to sell, but it's true that getting the game postponed, that's only a minor inconvenience for the Glazers. But if the game is actually getting called off because of fan protests, and that actually hurts the club and the club's stock price, then the Glazers will really take notice. So I'm with the Man United fans with this. Get the game cancelled, get the 3 points for Liverpool, and if the Glazers sell Man United, then everybody wins really in this situation. And what's really interesting is that the Man United legend Wayne Rooney has urged the manager Ten Hag not to play Cristiano Ronaldo, because his old side need energy on the pitch against rivals. I find this pretty astonishing. I don't think Ronaldo is the main problem at Man United, but it's true that maybe It's not pressing as much as somebody like Anthony Martial would, but Martial is not like a pressing machine either. So Rooney said, if I was in Erik ten Hag's position, my main concern would be getting energy on the pitch. And United's failure to recruit proper striker number 9 means they relied on Ronaldo against Brentford, even though he hadn't trained a lot with Man United. He looked like he needs time to get match fit. Ten Hag needs energy on the pitch, and that may mean dropping Ronaldo. And Rooney also said he has never seen Man United so lacking in those basic qualities. It was hard to watch. Football has developed tactically, improved technically during my time in the game, but the basics don't change. If you don't run, if you don't put in the effort, you can lose to any team. I've never seen Man United so lacking in those basic qualities. Their hammering was very hard to watch. Not for me, I'm a Liverpool fan, I absolutely loved every minute of it, and long may it continue Man United struggles, because most of you guys watching this video have been growing up seeing Man United dominate the Premier League year in, year out. So I think it's a welcome change that now Man United are in the doldrums, in the swamp, and Liverpool are thriving with Man City. I think it's a welcome change. You know, we grew up watching Arsenal and Man United go toe to toe for the Premier League title. Now it's 3 different teams. Chelsea, Man City have come along, now Liverpool have joined in. Chelsea, of course, have fallen off a little bit recently, but they have won the Champions League as well. And I'm sure that Man United and Arsenal will come back. Arsenal are already on their way back, leading the Premier League, winning all 3 of their games. But I think that it's a welcome change, and my dream scenario is Liverpool and Arsenal fighting it out for the Premier League title. I don't want artificial clubs like Man City and Chelsea to some degree, but now they are, I think, with a more sustainable model recently. But yeah, I would want Arsenal and Liverpool to fight it out for the title, because I think Arsenal is the club that I dislike the least out of the top 6 sides, really. But let me know, how do you feel? If you had to choose which club would be involved alongside Liverpool in the title race, I would definitely choose Arsenal out of the top 6. But of course, I would love to see somebody like Brentford getting so good that they would fight it out with Liverpool. But that's a pipe dream. The most worrying thing for Wayne Rooney is that neither the result nor the performance really surprised him. And that's the biggest concern, because if that happened to any of the Man United teams that Rooney was part of, fans, journalists, every other team in the country would have been absolutely shocked. But now, nobody is really shocked by Brentford beating Man United 4-0. And that's the most shocking thing, that Man United have fallen off so far, that nobody is really shocked about this result anymore. And Wayne Rooney also had some very harsh words, saying Erik ten Hag was right to call the players out and speak about hunger, and it was fair enough for him to get the players in for extra training when he asked them to run the same distance that Brentford outran them by. And I think that's very good, and it's a lesson as well to Man United players, that you can't get outrun by Brentford. For a top team, you have to work as hard as the smaller sides. Otherwise, you are not getting your rewards. You are not, because hard work always beats talent if the talent doesn't work hard. That's the age-old saying, and it's so true in Premier League. I mean, any team can beat anybody. If the big team doesn't work hard, they can lose easily to any team really in the Premier League, because even the smallest sides on paper have really good players. I mean, Fulham almost beat Liverpool recently, and Fulham just got promoted, so that says it all. And that's what I love, and that's what all we love about the Premier League. But let me know, how do you see in the comments below, and thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later.